Hello and welcome to our driving tour this week. We are in Beavercreek. Beavercreek is going to take place in two different tours. It is winter right now, so it is a little cold and very brown. We'll say brown. There's hardly any snow on the ground, so the brown trees that have no leaves on them really stick out right now. And the evergreens are not they're green, but they're more of like a green like my sweater. So we are going to do Beavercreek once again, two different tours. So hopefully you enjoy this. Ride with me through Beavercreek and let me know what you think. All right, we are headed down Dayton Xenia Road. We're going to take one big rectangular run around Beavercreek. I just left a little gateway ride and park area for the trails. Once again, Beavercreek is pretty open space, an open suburban feel. Some parts of it, you've got fields that farmers actually farm still now. Others, developers have purchased, and so they're developing on the outskirts of Beavercreek. But one thing also with Beavercreek, you're going to get a big yard for the most part. If you're looking at the older parts of Beavercreek, if you're looking at the newer subdivisions, then the yards will not be as big, typically. But when I say big, I'm talking like third of acre minimum, with these older homes in some parts of Beavercreek. Bike trail, easy access to bike trails in Beavercreek. You've got them on both sides, on the outskirts of Beavercreek. When you're going towards Riverside, you can jump on a trail there, or else you've got Creekside Trail, which we are going parallel to right now. And there's a couple different park and rides. I don't want to call them park and ride your bike. But park and walk or run or ride your bike in those trails. So Beavercreek is big for that. And Beavercreek does also have 24 parks. So it's, I don't want to say it's an outdoorsy, but it's definitely a good place to, and all the parks have different characteristics to them. Great place to take the kids, great place to unwind. Some of them will have trails and stuff like that within them. Playground sets. There's quite a few of those parks in the Beavercreek area. As you can see, it is winter time. There's a little bit of snow on the ground. We're supposed to get a little bit more snow later on today, so this is probably a good time to do this. But Beavercreek is nice when it snows. The big flakes, not the little flakes. Right, so Dayton Xenia Road is a thoroughfare. As we keep on going, we're going to hit a few schools. We'll hit the high school, we'll hit Main Elementary, and then we will also hit the new school, the new junior high, and the new elementary also as we head to the outskirts of Beavercreek, all along Dayton Xenia. So Dayton Xenia has, a bunch of churches, a bunch of industrial, office buildings, some mom and pop bars and restaurants. It will also have Kroger. We'll hit Kroger here soon, which is the grocery store in the area. McDonald's, Wendy's, all of that stuff will be coming up here. And Dayton Xenia can then take you to 35. It can take you to, if you turn onto North Fairfield, it can take you to 35 that way also. But North Fairfield is another thoroughfare at the light coming up, which runs north and south. Dayton Xenia runs east and west. Average home prices in Beavercreek are $358 right now. If you're looking to get into Beavercreek with a starter home, you're going to end up probably not finding anything for under $250. $250 is a hard price point to find something in Beavercreek. It probably will need work, or it's super small. enjoying the gray winter day. Right, there's the Kroger Marketplace. I said you've got McDonald's coming up, Donato's, PNC Bank, a salon over here. Let's kind of shift you this way. There is a hospital in Beavercreek also. It's called Soin Medical Center. And that is on the other side of Beavercreek. So you would hit North Fairfield to get there. There's a Dayton Children's branch just right up the road here on North Fairfield. So they do have hospital amenities, medical offices, that sort of thing also. Lots of stoplights. We're coming up on Main Elementary to the left here. And so there's neighborhoods behind Main Elementary. Those are 1950s, 60s, somewhere in there. Those homes, a lot of them are ranches on a basement. There are some 2 stories back there also. And starting price point back in there is probably $325, maybe, depending on the size. Larger yards. They wouldn't look like this, but these would be the ones that would start in the low 300s. Maybe high 2s. So you can see there's a bike trail along Dayton Xenia also. No sidewalk, but a bike trail on the one side. Now we are approaching the high school. And over on this side of the street, you'll have a lot of ranch and quads or tri-levels. And those would be anywhere from $350 on up. Once again, depending on the size. Average probably $350. Lots of trees in Beavercreek, as you can see. Once again, behind all of this industrial stuff and a restaurant are older homes. And once again, when I say older, we're talking probably 70s, 60s, 70s. Still, once again, 350s, depending on the size. We'll call it 3 to 350. Another park. This is Rotary Park. A lot of soccer teams play at Rotary Park. So if you've got someone into soccer, Rotary Park would probably be one of the places that they would that they would play. Oh, and I never told you the mascot of Beavercreek. It's Bucky the Beaver. I didn't know that until I was doing the research. I mean, the high school is the Beavercreek Beavers, but I don't know that his name is Bucky. Another park coming up here, Phillips Park. And I do believe, so there's a pond underneath the snow there. And I do believe you can fish in there, but I am not sure. I just saw that there were signs there. Older homes again. Trail crossing, or crossing. The school is on the left. That's the brand new middle school and elementary. Trevine Elementary, Jacob Coy Middle School. Isn't getting too hot. All right, we are going to take a left at the intersection up here. So if you keep on going straight, or you take a right and then take a left, you'll be in Xenia. So the interesting thing about Beavercreek is you can be in Beavercreek proper, you can be in Beavercreek Township, or you can be in Xenia Township, and it's all Beavercreek still. The main difference, like I said, with Centerville, are property taxes. So if you're in the township, your property taxes are a little bit lower, which is one of the reasons why we have all this development going on off of Trevine Road here, is that it is township, so your property taxes are going to be a lot lower. Every little dollar counts. Alright, so coming up, we're going to do a little zip into this neighborhood to the left. On the right, they are building more patio homes. And those start in the 3s. So this is part of the Stonehill community. And you are going to get houses that look more like this. A lot of them are 2 stories with walkout basements. If you look on this side, you can see that. Houses back here are going to be a higher price point. It's a lot of square footage for a lot of these. So you're looking at a minimum of $550 probably for these bigger homes. You know, everything depends on condition. It's a pretty big neighborhood. It's MI Homes. Right now, how do I turn around? Oh, right up here, I think. This comes to Okay. Nice homes, brick facing, with hardy plank siding. It's like vinyl windows. A lot of them have 3-car garages, as you can see. A few do not. These were built 2010-ish. I'm trying to think when they finished out this neighborhood. I feel like it was just a few years ago. By few, it's probably 5. But like those ranch homes on a basement, you can probably get into those for 4s. But these massive ones with a finished walkout basement is gonna be at least 500. Oh, it's a 4-way spot. Like this one is a full brick right there. That's really pretty. All right, headed down New Germany Treibine some more, and straight across, if you keep on going straight, those are the patio homes that are being built right now. G.A. White, I do believe, is the builder on those. It's a quality builder, definitely. So the homes to the right that you're looking at, those are newer, all by the same builder. It's still Stonehill. G.A. White is the builder of those. Some of them back there are more patio homes, and some are 2-story, as you can see, with walkout basements possibly. We're gonna just dip into, this was the first part of Stonehill Village. So there's a pool associated with it. Playground, community center, that sort of thing. You can kind of see. Once again, still super nice homes. A lot of these in here are brick, full brick. Some are brick and hardy plank. 2-story, more colonial style. Once again, we're in Ohio, so there's going to be lots of basements. Some of them walk out the way it looks. In the end, these are probably about 5,000 square feet, high 4,000 square feet homes. Once again, you'll be looking at, you know, for those homes, a minimum of $550, depending on the upgrades. Alright, getting out of this neighborhood, we're gonna sift more down Treibine Road. These are all in the township, once again, which saves you tax money. This tour is going to be more of the newer developments. By newer, I say 1990s, mid-200s, up to new construction. The next tour, so part 2, will be more of the older homes, the quads, the ranches, the 2-story homes that are out there. So just giving you kind of an idea. If these newer homes. I was going to take a left back here. Yeah, I think I will. Well, let me keep on going straight. I was going to take a left and then go into another development called Hunter's Ridge, which is a pretty big development also. But I think I'll keep on going straight and then go into, it's a little bit newer of a development, but still, like when newer, I say 2010. 2000s to 2010 is when those were probably built. But this is more of the countryside of Beavercreek, as you can see. Lots of open land, trees, curvy roads. Some newer build homes. Some homes have been here, you know, since the 1950s. There was nothing around them. Here's a newer subdivision coming up here, Stone Ridge, Huddleston Homes. It's not being built up very quickly. Gilbert's Party Barn coming up here. Who doesn't love to party in a barn? What do you think of the Ohio winters? To the left here, there's going to be this subdivision here. Those are going to be more 750 starting price point. They're larger, they're more quality builds in the Conservancy. Except for if it's a ranch on a slab, of course, that brings the price down quite a bit. Driving a little faster than I usually do, but I am on a windy road with a car behind me, so. I'm going to turn into this neighborhood here, Spring Meadows. There's two parts to Spring Meadows. We'll go into this part. These were Ryan homes, built once again like 2000s to 2010. There's three or four different phases of it. These are a lot smaller lots than what we have been seeing. The houses are a little bit closer together. But you do have sidewalks in these subdivisions. I don't know if you noticed that or not. These will go, depending on the size, of course, anywhere from $385 up to probably $450. headed into the first phase or development of this subdivision. It's a little bit newer look from the other ones had a little bit newer look than these ones. And then the other side of the street here is part of this. It has a different name to it. Spring Ridge. Oh, so you got Spring Meadows and Spring Ridge, but same builder, same type of houses, just separate subdivisions, I guess. All right, next we are on New Germany Treibine, and this will take you to North Fairfield Road, which is the business section of Beavercreek. There is no downtown to Beavercreek. That is the one thing that Beavercreek is really missing. Is there's no downtown. There's no downtown vibe. There's a mall. It's called Fairfield Mall on North Fairfield. Which has had some changes to it recently, like all malls have, I feel like. More hotels coming around. So Beavercreek, I'm not sure if you're aware, Beavercreek has a lot of government contracting that are here because Beavercreek is right next to Fairborn, which is what houses Wright Patt Air Force Base. So you've got a lot of tech companies in Beavercreek. These are new condos built by Fisher. They go from 250 to 300-ish. So we're in Township now, and we are just hitting Beavercreek, as you can see by the corporate limit. Beavercreek Golf Course is coming up also. Here's some ranch-style homes at the villas of Beavercreek. Nice quality built homes, condos. Fisher Homes then has a development that's in here. Amberwood, and those start, they claim from 200 to 600. I don't think you could find anything in there for 200. I think they need to change their sign. That's false advertising. All right, some more condos to the left and to the right of this street. Fairways. So as we go down the hill here, we'll see Beavercreek Golf Course on the right. That is an open golf course, so anyone can golf there. We hold a golf event, and usually it is there every year for Children's Miracle Network. We are going to go into Bent Creek Woods, which is, they say new homes 680s to 1 million plus. And when I looked them up online, there was nothing for 6 to 80s. It was more like 800s. So nice large homes on large lots. Like I said, 800 to over 1 million is where you'll be here. These are big. They don't look cookie cutter like other places do. There's their showcase home. I need to do a walkthrough video of that one. But those are all larger, grander homes that you're gonna see here. Definitely $1 million in this area. I don't know what they would be in any other area, but in our area, they're $1 million homes. All right, now to get out of here. All right, we are gonna head back up New Germany Treibine, like I said, to North Fairfield. And I think we will cut it off here shortly. We're at 29 minutes of riding with me. You're probably getting kind of bored. So until next time then. All right, let's head up this way, and then we will go through a subdivision that was built in the 2000s, early 2000s. You know what? I should go in there. Let me show you one of the Canterbury Trails. That one has larger homes. That used to be more the highfalutin neighborhood around here, if that's even a thing. I don't know. I haven't taken you through like a more developed, established neighborhood, so let's do that instead of another, like, you know, these homes are, you know, looking at them, you can see that they're 50s, 60s, late 50s, 60s, somewhere in there, ranch homes. Like I said, some will have basements, some will not. But for these homes back here, you're probably looking at, you know, 300, 350. Depending on the size, of course, everything depends on the size, condition. But if you were, you know, if you had one of these larger homes that we've driven through and you needed to downsize, but you wanted to still stay in Beavercreek, these are great options. First-time home buyers, downsizers, great options. So I live in a different part of Dayton, and they definitely did get more snow here than we got. We just got a light dusting. I don't think it's even on the ground anymore. All right, heading out of this neighborhood. I don't know that I've seen any home back here that is not all brick. They don't make them like that anymore. It costs too much money. All right, headed back out to New Germany Trebein, up to the business district, and then we will cut it off there probably. We'll go partially through the business district. Canterbury Trails, once again, newer homes up on the hill there. So I'm not sure if you've seen any neighborhoods that seem like they would be a good fit for you. But definitely ask questions. More than happy to help. As you can see, Beavercreek does have a wide range of housing selection. Kind of like Centerville. Centerville had a wide range of housing selection. So over here, Hickory Ridge, those are the older version of that other subdivision that we went through, the Spring Meadows and the Spring Ridge. Beavercreek does have a lot of condos also, so if a condo is something you were interested in seeing, looking at, living in, Beavercreek and Centerville both have a large amount of condos, whether you're talking ranch condos, whether you're talking 2-story, 3-story, Beavercreek and Centerville both have those. All right, coming up to North Fairfield, where we have the business district. So you've got everything from Ulta Beauty to Plato's Closet to Chipotle. The Walmart is down there. Sam's Club is down there if we'll keep on going straight. Fairfield Commons is the mall that houses Dick's House of Sports. JCPenney. I think the Macy's closed. The Elder Beerman closed. H&M I think is now an anchor store. Maybe not. No Sears, but it does have stores in it. It does have stores in it. It sounds like it doesn't. Got quite a few chain restaurants in Beavercreek. Beavercreek is, for the size of Beavercreek, it has a lot of chain restaurants to it. So you've got Black Rock, you've got Mackenzie River, Starbucks. Let's stop. Starbucks, you got Dunkin' Donuts over here. A Dave's Hot Chicken just popped up, flew in as they referred to it. BJ's, oh, Morris Home Furnishings, that's an anchor. Ross is over here, Barnes & Noble, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Target, if I didn't say Target, which I probably did. Then you've got your sports bars coming down here also. Furniture stores, gyms. Beavercreek pretty much has everything. And before we turned, if you kept on going straight, the hospital would be right there. And there's some condos back there. And some homes that are 2 stories. Some will have a basement. Most do not back there, though. Very, very small yards. So those are geared more towards folks that don't want to have to deal with a yard, but want some portion of a yard. Maybe you've got a pet or something like that. Just a place for them to go out, do their business, and come back in the house. All right, so this is, once again, like I said, this is North Fairfield. This is where you will see all of your shoppings, restaurants, mall area, movie theaters down there, hotels. It's all down this main strip right here. So, until next time, that was Beavercreek Part 1. And let me know if you have any questions on anything. We will stop it here. I've yapped enough and you've ridden along very nicely, very patiently. Thank you.